And here
worked.
she is.
Oh my God, I didn't think it was gonna work.
How are you?
Hour in my house, so all the computers are being used, and we have no bandwidth. I didn't think it was gonna work.
No, you're on. How are you? Nice to see you.
Good. How you doing? Nice to see you too. How are you? You got your Bruins gear on over there?
I got my Bruins jersey on. What's going on in California today?
Island, right? You live
What's
in
that?
Rhode Island?
I'm from Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
Yeah, Boston's very close to us.
Italians.
Yes. How are you, my friend? Everybody's been waiting patiently for you. They love you.
Wait, was I supposed to be there at 6?
No, you're perfect. 9:30. But they wait. They've been waiting like it's like SopranosCon. They were waiting for you for hours. They love you.
A day, because my kids were sick.
A day. So how are you? First, let's talk. So this is SopranosCon. We tried to give everybody something to do during this quarantine period. Obviously, everybody wants to make sure their families are safe, and hopefully you and your family are safe, and everybody's locked in. So we wanted to give them an hour every day where we bring somebody on from the show and kind of get their mind off of things.
Wait, was your other SopranosCon right now?
No, yeah, we actually had to reschedule. So SopranosCon was going to be April 11th. So now we've changed it to August 22nd and August 23rd.
Wait, it was SopranosCon or it was the Mafia Con?
We're actually going to do both. So it was actually going to be MobMovieCon, where we were going to do a bunch of different mob movies. But now that we have 5 more months, we've actually decided to do MobMovieCon and SopranosCon 2 in 1, same weekend at Harrah's Resort in Atlantic City.
Oh, that's Atlantic City. Were you doing one in Vegas? No.
We're going to do one in Vegas. And she now you just told everybody, Drea. Yes, she just dropped the news. Thank you very much.
I didn't know.
Yeah, no, November. I see a friend in here. Is Catherine Narducci's in here.
Oh, she's in?
Yeah, she said hello.
What are you fucking doing over there at home? You painting me a fucking painting or what?
She's busy painting over there. She's all by herself. Poor thing. She's coming on Monday. So let's jump into The Sopranos for a second. Everybody wants to know. They've been asking a lot of questions. Can you tell us how you got the role, the iconic role that made you a legend?
Oh, God. Well, in the pilot, I'm a different character. Hi, Dominic.
That's right.
There. Holy shit, Dominic's there, too.
You were the waitress.
It was, yes, I was the waitress in the,
Yep.
Yes, Narducci is hot. Sorry, I can't stop reading the comments right now.
Do whatever you want. You're the boss.
Christopher, come listen to my podcast to fucking hear me say Christopher every single fucking day. You have to, hold on, I'm sitting on a ball here. Made Women Pod to come and hear our Sopranos rewatch. Anyway, how did I get the role? In the pilot, I wasn't the same character. I was a hostess in a restaurant. David Chase didn't think I was Italian enough, so he just, he was like, but I like you because you are Italian, but you seem like a snotty Connecticut girl. How about you just play the snotty Connecticut waitress style girl who turns down the Rocco in the restaurant? I did
That's
that.
Right.
I had one line. I couldn't say it because I was so fucking scared of Lorraine because to me, she's Karen, you know? Fucking, she's Karen shoving that gun in her panties no matter what. So, they called me back for the series like 10 months or 12 months later, and it was still just for a day player part. Another auditioning for Christopher's Girlfriend again. I auditioned for Christopher's Girlfriend, and the pilot didn't get it, but it was still a nothing role. It was still just a girl on his arm. It was no big deal. Same thing in the series. They just auditioned me to play one of his, just one of his chicks. And then David kept writing more and more in every episode.
Yep.
He always says I was an accident on the show, that I was his, and I was an accident.
You were a great accident. I'll have to say. I think I speak for everybody that you were a great accident.
It was a great accident for me, man. It gave me my life. So
tell me, favorite person to work with on the show.
Oh my God. I mean, Michael was my lifeline there. So he's always going to be my number one.
Mm-hmm.
But the people who I've remained close to after the show, I mean, not close. None of us are real because we don't really see each other. But the ones, if I see them, I want to fucking grab them and punch them and hug them and kiss them would be Narducci.
Yeah.
Aida. I see Aida a lot, actually.
Yep.
Person who I probably spend the most time with, though, strangely enough, is Jim's wife, who I didn't
Oh,
know
really?
when he was alive, and I know her now because she lives in my neighborhood.
Oh,
So
wow.
like an immediate friends and stuff through one of the PAs from The Sopranos. We all kind of, you know, even, all the people that worked on the show, I'm still friends with a lot of those people.
Yeah.
The guy that I was with at your convention, who was dealing with all the money stuff, he was our production coordinator on The Sopranos. So we're all still.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So tell me, what was your favorite scene to shoot? I mean, we have so many favorites as fans, but I want to know from you, what was the favorite one to shoot?
Yeah. You know, I don't remember a lot from back in those days. I think one of the really big ones, one of the ones where I had like a somewhat of a breakdown. And who's here? Did somebody just come in the house? Oh.
Don't want that. We're locked down.
What? I just heard Andy saying, "Hi, how are you?" I think they're on another Skype session in the other room.
Oh.
The scene with Cosette when he sits on. Oh wait, no, the intervention scene was the best scene.
Oh my God, that was hilarious.
Yeah, it had to be the intervention scene.
That's the best.
Yeah.
You had so many great ones. Even at the when he tries to choke you, when he went into the hospital and you're asking him about, you know, shitting his pants. I mean, that was unbelievable. Remember that scene?
That was one of my first scenes that I ever
Come
did.
on.
That was my first scene. Yeah, because
That was unbelievable.
It was the first time I have lines when I tell Christopher to give Meadow the meth. Yep. And then my first real scene where I have real dialogue and you see me running around in those white pants and everything, I was like, holy shit, I was cute when I was young. But she goes, you made number 2 when I
That's right. That was great. Now, do you watch it? Do you every once in a while watch it, or is it kind of like one of those things?
No, I haven't watched since today. I never watched it again. I was a Psycho fan on Sunday nights. Like I wouldn't read the scripts when we were doing the show at all. So I never knew what was going on. And everyone would tease me like, oh, you're that fucking actor, you know, just read your own fucking lines, go out and party rest of the. And I was like, no, I love this show. Like, I want to watch it every Sunday night. And eat my mozzarella, my prosciutto, and do the thing that everybody else does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But season 6, like after I was on it, that one I really don't remember. And I think there's a season 7, is there?
There's 2 season 6s. So yeah, technically it's 7 different seasons, but they do it 6A and 6B.
Right, 6A, 6B. Yeah. But now when they wanted me to do this Sopranos rewatch show, I was afraid at first. I was like, oh fuck, man. I mean, I'm not one of these experts on the show. Yeah. I was there, but I wasn't there all the time. Like the guys were always there.
Sure.
But I started watching it and I was like, holy shit, man, I can do this from a different point of view where it's more like a relate more than even a rewatch. I mean, we're doing a rewatch and we're watching the episodes and we're tearing them to pieces.
That's awesome.
Full on rewatch. But more than anything, it's so relatable, especially now with what the world is going through and the way that everything's been going, even before the quarantine and stuff. But it's really amazing how much all of those subjects that David Chase sort of like really dove deep on are really relevant today and our own families, because people loved that show because it was not just people love it for the mafia aspect, and then they also love it. I mean, it had such a huge audience, so it wasn't like it was just a mob show. People loved it on so many different levels, and especially because all the serious stuff, there was so much comedy in that shit.
It was unbelievable. I think we talk about it all the time. I think the obviously the lines were fantastic, but even how they casted it, it was just perfect. Everybody played a perfect. Big Pussy, Vincent Pastore just played perfect. Catherine Narducci with Artie. Your role was, I mean, you couldn't ask for somebody to play that role any better. I mean, it was fantastic. You were awesome in it.
But if they knew that, thank you. If they knew that they were going to have a huge successful TV show, they already would have been hiring huge successful Hollywood actors for.
And it wouldn't have worked.
Like I know that they wanted a really handsome. Like I heard they wanted Anthony LaPaglia for the Tony Soprano part. Like the networks were looking at that. looking kind of man, not some big, scary dude.
Sure, and it worked much better. So now that you brought him up, everybody talks a little bit about one time that you were working with James Gandolfini. What was it like to work with him, and what's a good memory?
I mean, I was always with Michael, and all of a sudden to be with Jim, I was like, we're similar. Like, we don't talk. I don't know, but similar in the way that I think neither of us are talking to anybody before acting. We're sort of off in our own corners, and then we just kind of come out of our cages and have to do our scene.
Yeah.
I kind of kept it that way too, because our characters don't really know each other in that way. I don't really remember a lot. I just remember that I had a fucking massive crush on him in the scene.
Come on.
I had a massive crush on him. And Ginger, who is with us right now, who is the PA on the show, she was during the quarantine, and now she's staying with us. She would walk by me and she would go, like she had to turn the shower on every time. And I was like, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to work.
That's hilarious.
Man. But there was something crazy sexy about it. Yeah. Just big, hulking.
Yeah.
And unexpected. Like, you wouldn't expect. I'm used to all these skinny little fucking rock and roll rap guys. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden there's this. So yeah, but also I was in my character and stuff. And Adriana, she thought Tony Soprano was hot, kind of, maybe.
Yeah. You had that great scene where you were in your office at the club. Yeah, the scene where Michael's away and then you guys get into the car accident.
Yes.
And you could tell it was a connection there. It was just a great scene between the two of you.
I haven't watched that season yet because I'm doing the rewatch.
Yes.
I watched the show. I'm watching one episode and then recording the podcast.
That's awesome.
So I'm not going ahead at all because I'm so invested in it. Like, I really dig watching the show again.
Now, how is it? Does it automatically bring back memories? Do you have to take a minute? Yeah.
Yeah. Not so much about me being there. It brings back memories of being fucking blown away by the genius of the show and why it was so special on every level. Even just lines, just hearing people say shit, just hearing things coming out of Junior's mouth.
Oh,
it's
unbelievable.
Fucking fall over when I hear him say anything,
Yeah. Even with SopranosCon, it was such a cool thing because, again, I'm a fan. The event was for the fan, by the fans. I got to meet so many people, and a lot of the people are in this room right now. They can say lines that blow me away. Like, I never even watched the thing. It's fucking crazy. And when I was talking to a lot of even you get to hear it. It's like I'd get off the phone and be like, I just talked to Uncle June. He sounds just like Uncle June. And such a nice, sweet.
Oh, he was there.
Yeah, he sang. Well, he was there. Yeah, he was there both days, but he sang the night before.
Yes. Oh, he sang the day I was there too.
That's right. Yeah, he's what a wonderful guy. So many great ones. David Preval, what a nice guy.
David was there.
David was there. Yeah. Yeah, it was so cool. Let's take a couple questions while we're here. Let me see.
No ad-libs. Someone just asked if David Chase would allow ad-libs. I'm going to jump on that one.
Go for it.
One line was ad-libbed, not fucking one. In Scorsese films, always, from what I hear, Narducci, you tell us right now because you know about Scorsese, and I'm bringing you on my podcast, and you're going to talk all about that shit.
Yes.
But, Dominic says he has a story. Keane's son. How did you get that rockin' body? How did that just come up on the screen?
That's the questions that they're asking. It says diet, workout.
And do that?
Yeah, they ask questions on the bottom, and I can pull them up. That's from Closet Dintrovert. Something like that.
No ad-libbing on the show, but my body right here, I got my, I'm sitting on my exercise ball.
That's how you do it.
Right now. Pilates. All I do is Pilates and yoga and shit like that.
That's awesome.
And I eat really well.
I got a good one.
Well, for Italian.
This one's from I am Crystal Cohen, says, Drea, how did your atmosphere on the set of Sons of Anarchy compare to The Sopranos?
It was a similar vibe because it was a family thing. I mean, I wasn't there on Sons as much as I was because I was in and out of the show a lot. But there was a lot of, and it's no secret, a lot of in-house drama on Sons. A lot of, you know, people fighting with each other all the time. And I remember saying a couple of them a few times, like they, you know, they would be like, "I can't wait till this shit's over." Everybody, oh my god, that means dinner time.
That scared the shit out of me.
He's fucking crazy.
That's hilarious.
I'll be in there.
That was the best.
Oh
my god.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, there was a lot of in-house fighting. And I was like, you guys don't know how lucky you are to have a show that's so successful and such a big deal, and you're all fucking fighting with each other. What a shame, because we didn't have that on The Sopranos.
No,
we were just so happy
that.
couldn't believe what was happening, you know?
Yeah, and what a magic you guys made. I mean, I don't think there'll ever be a show like that again. It was just magic. Tell these folks about your podcast so we can get them to start listening. How does it work? When does it come on? How do they
check us out? It's called Made Women Pod. That's our Instagram at Made Women Pod. Just go to our Instagram and you can find information on my Instagram too. But the at Made Women one is the one where we're talking about the podcast. And it's a rewatch, but we are calling it more of a relate. We just started doing all kinds of other stuff now that we launched. We didn't expect to launch in the quarantine, but we did anyway. And now
good time for it.
Freaking out about it. Huh?
I said it's a good time for it. It gives people something to do.
Oh yeah. Well, people are loving it so much. We got a lot of people writing into us, asking us to do more of them. And to not just do the rewatch, they want to just hear me and Chris talking shit. Chris and I, you know, we can talk some shit. But what we're doing now, we're bringing fans who are quarantined. Everybody's quarantined. But we're bringing certain fans onto the podcast. But we're bringing the fans to submit a cooking video of themselves in quarantine. And if they make us laugh or cry, we might bring them on the show. So we're going to somebody this week who we picked. I'm not going to say his name, but his fucking video was so we're
hysterical.
Going to be posting our fans cooking videos on our Instagram page and then having them on the podcast. And that's called awesome. The Kitchen Consigliere Sunday Dinner Smackdown. Nice.
We are going to post that and post the information about your show on our page, and we're going to push people there because they love you.
Sorry, I'm talking to my partner. I just saw she was on there.
Oh, no problem. Oh, she on here?
Dominic, you're coming on the podcast, Mado, and I see him on there too. Since you're all home, you're all fucking on.
So how is it that you look identical and it was 20 years ago?
Well, I have a big fucking light shining on my face right now. If I get rid of this light, you're going to see everything just melt down right into my stomach.
Well, it's funny. Most people don't know this, but Drea, obviously, she came to SopranosCon. She was supposed to come on the Saturday, and everybody was so excited about it. We had people like lining up, and unfortunately, I think it was son or daughter. Both got sick, right?
My daughter, she got sick at the airport and puked. We turned around and went home, and then we got to New York the next morning, and my son got sick in New York.
Yep.
I was like, all right, I'm just going to bring him.
Yep.
We're all going to be there sick and see what happens.
And for those of you that don't know this, she still got on the plane, went to New York, came to New Jersey for all of you, and I was peeking outside that window, and I was looking, and she was the last warrior. She did not leave till she signed everybody's autographs. And I think you even had, yes, you are a warrior. I think there was a girl, I think she's called like Drea's biggest fan. She's from Australia, I think. She flew down from Australia.
Mel. I see her on here today.
I think she's on here. I saw her earlier.
Oh,
but I remember she came up to me and said, "Oh, I came all the way from Australia to see Drea." I was like, "Wow, that's unbelievable."
That's my girl.
20 years later, my friend.
Yeah. I know. No,
that's
it's crazy. The show doesn't end, man, for us actors from the show.
And I think now, with Amazon Prime and the new generation, I think there's going to be a whole set of new people that are going to start watching it. I see it all the time. We get people that are 20 years old that obviously they couldn't have been around then. But I think you have many, many years to go.
My assistant, you know, when she started working with me, she was 21 and she didn't know anything about it. Even my boyfriend, who's really young, didn't really know much about it.
Come on.
I swear to God.
That's
So
unbelievable.
they're all watching for the first time. But to hear these 20-year-olds watching it for the first time, I'm just like, holy shit, you know, this is crazy. It has a whole new life now. It's pretty cool.
That's unbelievable. Now, do you have any projects coming up? Obviously, you have the podcast. We're going to push that. And nothing right now?
Kids. I've been just on lockdown myself before anything happened with the kids and just dealing with their world, because the dad's always on the road. So one of us, I won't leave them alone. So either with an nanny or anything. So one of us has to be here. That's this guy. That's
your thing, and you're a great mom. I know that. I see that. I see you're a great mom. I know that family is the most important to you. And you're really a cool mom. I see a lot of the cool stuff that you do.
We're trying to figure out if I'm the Carol Baskin mom or if I'm the Tiger King mom.
No, you're all right. You're all right. But we want to thank you very much for coming on. I know your time is very precious. Thank you so much. Stay safe. And we're going to push many people to you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Have a good night.
Ciao.
Good to see you,
Thank
Mike.
you so much. All right. Bye. All right. So that was